Hello, how are you all? Welcome to Maths Companion. I am Ramesh. Have you started studying mathematics? If not, let us start now. You may have learned shapes like squares, rectangles, etc. Among them, which is the polygon with fewest sides? Triangles, right? They have only 3 sides. Triangles are special because they are particularly strong. They are the only polygon that, when made out of wooden beams and hinges, will be completely rigid. This property makes triangles particularly useful in construction, where they can carry heavy weights. A truss bridge is supported by triangular bars. Triangles in high voltage electricity pylons. Even bikes use triangles for stability. Triangles are also the simplest polygon with the fewest sides. This makes them particularly well suited to approximating complex curved surfaces. The Gherkin, a skyscraper in London. See the triangles. Bank of China Tower in Hong Kong. You can see the triangles. Courtyard of the British Museum in London. Again you can see the triangles. In computer generated graphics, example for movies or video games, all surfaces are approximated using a mesh of tiny triangles. Artists and software engineers need to know about geometry in order to be able to move and transform these triangles realistically and to calculate their color and texture. Today we are going to learn triangles, a particular type of triangles called equal triangles. And we are going to learn the first part of this lesson, sides and angles. Before I start, let me ask you a question. What is an angle? You all know what is an angle, but the idea should be very clear. Angle is the inclination between two lines. So when we measure angles, actually we measure how much this line is inclined to the first line. This is an angle and this is another angle. Now, how many angles can you see here? Actually there are 2 angles, but the angles are same. The inclination between the lines are same. So when we place one over the other, they are matching exactly and we feel that there is only one angle. Now when you place this triangle on this triangle, you can see they are not matching because the angles are different, the measurements are different. So we can easily identify there are 2 angles. So when the angles are same, they match exactly when we place one triangle over the other. Now let us see some angles around us. You can see the angles. How can you draw a triangle? There are 3 different ways to draw a triangle. If the 3 sides are given, you can draw a triangle. If 2 sides and angle between them are given, you can draw the triangle. If 1 side and 2 angles at the end are given, again you can draw the triangle. Now let us see how we can draw triangles in these situations. Draw a triangle of sides 4 cm, 5 cm and 7 cm. Here the 3 sides are given. Let us see how we can draw the triangle. First of all, we can draw any one side. Here I am going to draw the side of length 4 cm. Now another side is 5 cm. So take 5 cm in the compass and draw an arc from one end of this line. Now the third side is 7 cm. take 7 centimeter in the compass and draw an arc from the other end of the line. Mark the point of intersection. Join this point to the ends of the first line. So this is the triangle with sides 4 centimeter, 5 centimeter and 7 centimeter. Now let us take another problem. Two sides of a triangle are 8 centimeter and 4 centimeter and angle between them is 50 degree. Draw the triangle. Here two sides and angle between them are given. Let us draw any one side. Here I am going to draw the side of length 8 centimeter. Now angle between this side and the next side is 50 degree. So let us take 50 degree at one end and draw a line. Now the second side is 4 centimeter. So measure 4 centimeter from this end on this line and mark the point. So this length is 4 centimeter. That is the second side. All the measurements are taken. Now it is enough to join this end to the first end. So this is our triangle. Now let us take one more problem. Draw a triangle with one side 8 centimeter and the two angles at the end 40 degree and 60 degree. Here one side and two angles at the end are given. So let us draw the line at first. Line of length 8 centimeter. And at one end the angle is 40 degree. So take 40 degree at one end and draw a line. Similarly, the other angle is 60 degree. Take 60 degree at the other end and draw a line. Mark the point of intersection. Join this point to the ends of the first line. So this is our triangle. Now let us consider this problem. Draw a triangle of sides 4 centimeter, 5 centimeter and 7 centimeter. You know how to draw it. We have already drawn it. Let us see. You can draw like this. 4 centimeter at first and 7 centimeter here and 5 centimeter here. Or you can draw like this. 4 centimeter at first, 5 centimeter on this side and 7 centimeter on this side. Or you can draw like this. 5 centimeter at first, then 4 centimeter on the left side and 7 centimeter on the right side. Or you can draw like this. 5 centimeter at first, 7 on this side and 4 on that side. Or you can take 7 centimeter at first, 5 centimeter on this side and 4 centimeter on this side. Or you can draw like this also. 7 centimeter at first, 4 centimeter on this side and 5 centimeter on this side. Look at all these 6 triangles. The sides of these triangles are equal. What about the angles? Let us check. Let me take the first triangle and rotate it. Now place it on the other triangle. See, they are matching exactly. Since the sides are equal, the sides are matching exactly. What about the angles? They are also matching exactly. That means the angles of these two triangles are also equal. Now let me rotate the triangle once again and place it over the third triangle. See, they are also matching exactly. We know the sides are equal, so the sides must match. But angles are also matching exactly. Means the angles are also equal. So we have seen that the angles of these 3 triangles are also equal. Now let us check the other triangles also. Now let me just flip this triangle and place the triangle over the next triangle. See, they are also matching exactly. That means angles of these 2 triangles are also equal. Now let me rotate it once again and place it over the next triangle. See, they are also matching exactly. Means the angles are equal. Now let me rotate it once again and place it over the next triangle. See, the triangles are matching exactly. That means the angles are same. So what did we see now? If the sides of a triangle are equal to the sides of another triangle, then the angles of the triangles are also equal. That means if the sides of a triangle are equal to the sides of another triangle, without checking, without measuring, we can say that their angles are also equal. Now look at these triangles. Triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Look at the sides. What did you see? The sides are equal. The sides of the triangle ABC are equal to the sides of the triangle PQR. So we know the angles are also equal. So which is the angle equal to A or which is the angle equal to B? How can we determine that? Look at triangle ABC. Which is the largest angle? It is angle A, right? And in triangle PQR, which is the largest angle? Angle R. So we can say angle A equal to angle R. Now look at the smallest angles. In triangle ABC, which is the smallest angle, it's angle C. And in triangle PQR, which is the smallest angle, it is angle Q. So we can say angle C equal to angle Q. Now what are the medium sized angles? That is angle B and angle P. So we can say angle B equal to angle P. Some of you may feel it difficult to check which is the largest angle and which is the smallest angle. Let us look it in another way. Which is the longest side in triangle ABC? That is BC, right? It is 6 centimeter. And in PQR, PQ is the longest side with length 6 centimeter. Now look at the angles opposite to these two sides. Opposite to BC is angle A and opposite to PQ is angle R. And we have already seen that angle A and angle R are equal. Now let us look at the smallest side, which is the smallest side in triangle ABC, that is AB. And in PQR, that is PR. Look at the angles opposite to them. In ABC, the angle opposite to AB is C. And in PQR, the angle opposite to PR is Q. And we have already seen that angle C and angle Q are equal. So the angles opposite to the smallest sides are also equal. And what are the medium sized sides? That is AC and QR. You can see the angles opposite to them are B and P. And they are also equal. So we can say the angles opposite to the longest sides are equal. The angles opposite to smallest sides are equal. The angles opposite to medium sized sides are also equal. More clearly we can say the angles opposite to equal sides are equal. So no need to look which is the longest, which is the smallest. Without looking that, we can say the angles opposite to equal sides are equal. That is, if the sides of a triangle are equal to the sides of another triangle, then the angles opposite to the equal sides of these triangles are equal. Remember, the angles opposite to equal sides are equal only when the sides of first triangle are equal to the sides of the second triangle. Now look at this picture. Can you draw this triangle? You know how to draw it. Let us see. The sides of the triangle are 6 centimeter, 5 centimeter and 4 centimeter. You know how to draw it. First of all, we can draw the side of length 6 centimeter, that is AB. Now AC is 5 centimeter. Take 5 centimeter in the compass and draw an arc from A. Now BC is 4 centimeter. Take 4 centimeter in the compass and draw an arc from B. Mark the point of intersection, that is C. Join A to C and B to C. This is our triangle ABC. Now draw the same triangle below AB with right and left flipped. That is, take 4 centimeter on this side and 5 centimeter on this side, and taking AB as one side. So let me take 4 centimeter and draw an arc from A, and take 5 centimeter in the compass and draw an arc from B. Mark the point of intersection and let it be D. Join A to D and B to D. Now look at the two triangles. The sides of triangle ABC are equal to the sides of triangle ABD. So definitely the angles are also equal. More clearly we can say the angles opposite to equal sides are equal. So look at a pair of equal sides. This is 4 centimeter, BC is 4 centimeter and AD is 4 centimeter. So the angles opposite to them, that is this and this, these two angles are equal. Similarly, these are another pair of equal sides. The angles opposite to them, that is this and this, angles are also equal. Now see, these two angles are equal. They are a pair of alternate angles when these two lines are intersected by AB. Since the alternate angles are equal, these two lines are parallel. That is, AC and BD are parallel. In the same way, these two angles are equal. They are a pair of alternate angles formed when these two lines are intersected by AB. That means these two lines are also parallel. Therefore, in this quadrilateral ABCD, these two pairs of opposite sides are parallel and these two pairs of opposite sides are parallel. That means this quadrilateral is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. This gives us a method to draw a parallelogram. If you want to draw a parallelogram, just draw the diagonal. It will be divided into two triangles. You can draw first triangle and taking the same diagonal as base, you can draw the second triangle. You will get a parallelogram. Now let us take an example. Draw a parallelogram of sides 5 cm, 6 cm and one diagonal 8 cm. Let us draw this using the idea which we have learned now. The diagonal is 8 cm. So let us draw a triangle with base as 8 cm. So draw a line of length 8 cm at first. Now the other sides are 5 cm and 6 cm. Take 5 cm in the compass and draw an arc. Take 6 cm in the compass and draw another arc. Mark the point of intersection. Join them. We got the triangle. Now draw another triangle with this line as base and the sides flipped. That is, take 6 cm on this side and 5 cm on this side. So taking 6 cm in the compass, you can draw an arc from this end, and taking 5 cm in the compass, draw an arc from the other end. Mark the point of intersection, join them. Now this is a parallelogram. We know these two angles are equal, so these are a pair of parallel lines. These two angles are equal, so these are another pair of parallel lines. So this quadrilateral is a parallelogram. For those who forgot alternate angles, let me explain. Take a pair of parallel lines. A line cuts the parallel lines like this. Then these are a pair of alternate angles. These are another pair of alternate angles. And we know alternate angles are equal. And conversely, when the alternate angles are equal, these lines are parallel. Now once again take a pair of parallel lines. Let it be intersected by another line like this. Then these are a pair of corresponding angles. These are another pair of corresponding angles. These are another pair of corresponding angles. These are another pair of corresponding angles. And we know the corresponding angles formed are equal. Conversely, when two lines are intersected by another line, and if the corresponding angles are equal, then the two lines are parallel. Let us take another pair of parallel lines. Let them be intersected by another line like this. Then these are a pair of co-interior angles. These are another pair of co-interior angles. And we know the co-interior angles are supplementary, means their sum is 180. Conversely, when a pair of lines are intersected by another line, and if the co-interior angles are supplementary, then the two lines are parallel. Now let us do questions from page number 11 of your textbook. First problem, in each pair of triangles below, find all pairs of matching angles and write them down. Let us take the first set of figures. In this triangle, BC is 5 cm and PQ is 5 cm. So these two sides are equal. Which are the angles opposite to them? Opposite to BC is angle A and opposite to PQ is angle R. So we can say angle A equal to angle R, because we know the sides of the triangles are equal. Therefore, the angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Similarly, AC is 4 cm and QR is 4 cm. Opposite to AC is angle B and opposite to QR is angle P. So we can say angle B equal to angle P. And in the same way, AB is 6 cm and PR is 6 cm. They are equal. Opposite to AB is C and opposite to PR is Q. Therefore, we can say angle C equal to angle Q. Now let us take the second part. Look at these triangles. We can see the three sides of triangle LMN are equal to the three sides of the triangle XYZ. Therefore, the angles of these triangles are also equal. MN is 10 cm and XZ is also 10 cm. Opposite to MN is angle L and opposite to XZ is angle Y. So we can say angle L equal to angle Y. Now NL is 4 cm and XY is 4 cm. Opposite to NL is angle M and opposite to XY is angle Z. So we can say angle M equal to angle Z. Similarly, LM equal to 8 cm, YZ is equal to 8 cm. Opposite to LM is angle N and opposite to YZ is angle X. So we can say angle N equal to angle X. Or we can say, since angle L equal to angle Y and angle M equal to angle Z, the third angles must be equal. So we can say angle N equal to angle X. Now the second problem, in the triangles below, AB equal to QR, BC equal to RP and CA equal to PQ. Compute angle C of triangle ABC and all angles of triangle PQR. Given that AB equal to QR and BC equal to RP and CA equal to PQ. First of all, we have to compute angle C of triangle ABC. We know sum of the three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. This is 40 and B is 60. The sum is 100. So C must be 80 degree. So we can say angle C of triangle ABC is 80 degree. Now given that the three sides of triangle ABC are equal to the three sides of triangle PQR, even though we don't know the exact lengths, it is given that the sides are equal. So the angles must also be equal, and we know the angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Given that AB equal to QR, opposite to AB is angle C and opposite to QR is angle P. Therefore, angle P equal to angle C. But we know angle C is 80 degree. That is equal to 80 degree. Therefore, angle P is also equal to 80 degree. Now, BC equal to RP. Opposite to BC is angle A and opposite to RP is angle Q. So, angle Q equal to angle A. And it's given that angle A equal to 40 degree. Therefore, angle Q is also equal to 40 degree. Now, CA equal to PQ. Opposite to CA is angle B and opposite to PQ is angle R. So, angle R equal to angle B. And it's given that angle B equal to 60 degree. Therefore, angle R is also equal to 60 degree. Now, third problem. In the triangles below, AB equal to QR, BC equal to PQ, CA equal to RP. Compute the remaining angles of both triangles. Look at the figures. Given that AB equal to QR, BC equal to PQ, and CA equal to RP. We have to find the remaining angles of both the triangles. BC and PQ are equal. Opposite to BC is angle A and opposite to PQ is angle R. Therefore, angle R equal to angle A. But we know angle A is 60 degree. Therefore, angle R is also equal to 60 degree. Now we know in a triangle, sum of the three angles is 180 degree. 60 plus 70 is 130. So this angle should be 50. That is angle P equal to 50 degree. Now angle P is opposite to QR and QR is equal to AB. Opposite to AB is angle C. Therefore, angle P and angle C are equal. And therefore angle C is equal to 50 degree. Now we can find the third angle. This is 60, this is 50, the sum is 110. So this angle must be 70. That is angle B equal to 70 degree. Now the fourth problem. Are the angles of triangle ABC and triangle ABD equal in the figure above? Why? Let us look at the figure. You can see two triangles here, triangle ABC and triangle ABD. Let us look at the sides of both the triangles. AC is 8 cm and AD is 8 cm. That means these two sides are equal. In the same way, BD and BC are also equal. What about the third side? The third side of triangle ABC is AB. The third side of triangle ABD is also AB. That means the third side is common to both the triangles. That means the three sides of this triangle are equal to the three sides of the second triangle ABD, and therefore their angles are also equal. Now let us remember what we have learned today. We have learned if the sides of a triangle are equal to the sides of another triangle, then the angles of the triangles are also equal. And after that we have learned if the sides of a triangle are equal to the sides of another triangle, then the angles opposite to the equal sides of these triangles are equal. Now you have one home assignment, that is fifth question from page number 12. In the quadrilateral ABCD shown below, AB equal to AD, BC equal to CD. Compute all the angles of the quadrilateral. Hope you have understood. Do the homeworks, study well, prepare your notes and stay safe. I'll be back with another video. Till then, bye.